Rasikas, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. Welcome to Wings of Expression, a confluence of poetry, music, dance, and art, organized by the Association for the Promotion of Indian Classical Arts. I'm Valérie Medard Ramchurn, and I will be the master of ceremony for tonight. We are about to start our event by lighting the lamp of Vidya and knowledge. This is a symbolic moment that signifies the dispelling of darkness and igniting of thought and enlightenment. It's our pleasure to invite Mrs. Kadambari Acharya, Dr. Vikship Dayal, and Dr. Kewal Nayak and his spouse to do the honors. Arogyam dhana sampadah shatru buddhi vinashaya deepajyotir namostute deepajyotir namostute deepajyotir parabrahma deepajyotir janardana deepajyotir parabrahma deepajyotir janardana deepo hartu me papam sandhya deepa namostute o deepa brahma rupasvam jyotisham prabhuravyayah o deepa brahma rupasvam jyotisham prabhuravyayah arogyam dehi putransha matik swachham hi me sada yaverastam samarabhya yavat suryodayo bhave yaverastam samarabhya yavat suryodayo bhave. I will now invite the president of APICA, Mrs. Dejshri Bihari, to share a few words with you all.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Respected guests, parents, and Rasikas, good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight at Wings of Expression, presented by APICA. At APICA, our mission is to promote Indian classical arts and to increase its awareness among the Mauritian community. Our goal is to unite artists and audiences through our shared Mauritian identity, allowing us to explore Indian classical art from a uniquely Mauritian perspective. The concept for tonight's theme, the bird, has been developing for some time. As I delved deeper into the theme with my students, preparing the choreography, I discovered how music can set the mood, how written poems could evolve into a dance drama, and how the props could enhance our artistic expression. Each of these elements play a vital role and deserves its own spotlight in our presentation. And hence today, the theme Birds has opened its wings to welcome more artists to express their art. I am profoundly grateful for the enthusiasm and collaboration of all the artists involved in this project. Another key objective for this event was to foster a spirit of camaraderie among the artists, which I hope will grow stronger with each new project. Tonight, I hope our performance allows you to soar with the wings of expression that we have prepared for you. Enjoy the evening, and thank you for your presence.
Music has a unique way of transcending boundaries and connecting us on a profound level. Through this instrumental composition, we embark on a journey of emotion where every note speaks volumes without uttering a word. So, I invite you to immerse yourselves in the enchanting melodies and let music transport you to a world of imagination and wonder. Please join me in welcoming our talented musicians, Mr. Krishen Manaroo, Mr. Chaitan Koopla, and Mr. Yowan Koopla, to present Heaven in Harmony, a fusion of flute, tabla, and keyboard in Raag, Megh, and Taal. Tonight, we are gathered here to celebrate the fusion of artistic brilliance and cultural diversity. We have the privilege of hosting an art exhibition featuring talented artists who have skillfully intertwined the beauty of birds in the Indian arts. Each work not only showcases the artist's creativity, but also reflects the rich heritage and intricate artistry. The theme of birds serves as a symbolic representation of freedom, grace, and the interconnectedness of nature and humanity. I am delighted to invite all the artists to join us on stage for an interactive conversation on birds in Indian arts titled Wings of Rasa, exploring birds in Indian artistic expression. The artists will share the inspirations behind their artworks, the technique employed, and the stories woven into each stroke of their brushes. Please welcome our talented artists to stage as they unveil the beauty and intricacy of their artworks. A big round of applause in welcoming Dr. Deeksha Abelak, Dentist by profession with a profound love for the arts, drawing inspiration from nature and themes close to her heart, she crafts her artwork to shine a light on socio-environmental concerns. Miss Lina Jeeta, an educator and self-taught artist who enjoys capturing the essence of nature and Mauritian landscapes through her art. Her artistic exploration spans diverse styles, mediums, and techniques, and her passion has taken her on national and international art platforms. Mrs. Daniella Eole, an art educator, visual artist, finger painting specialist. Her fingers are her brushes, creating textured artworks that symbolize freedom and movement. Inspired by nature and figural portraits, she expresses life's beauty and joy through art. Mrs. Reemesha Oodit, please come on stage. A seasoned artist with 15 years of experience in realistic painting and a mastery of techniques like abstract, mixed media, oil painting, textured art, resin arts, and more. With a BSc in Fashion and Technology and an MBA, she is the powerhouse in both creativity and business, who has showcased her talent on numerous national and international platforms. Ms. Prisca Mootoosamy. A multifaceted artist in media arts, specializing in advertising and graphic design. Her artistic journey has revolved around the theme of music, recognizing its profound impact on the human spirit, mind, and soul. And finally, Mrs. Valérie Medard Ramchurn. Our moderator for this interactive talk, she is an art educator and a Kuchipudi artist. She is the co-founder of Shastriya Art Studio with branches across Mauritius. She holds a master's degree in visual arts, specializing in art theory, a fine arts degree in sculpture. From her early age, Valérie has actively participated in local and international art exhibitions and competitions, showcasing her talent and dedication. She not only creates art, but also advocates for sustainable art practices, organizing events that foster artistic expression in meaningful ways. So you may begin. Thank you.
It is a delight for me to be surrounded by our 5 lady artists who will generously share with us glimpses of their very colorful paintings. They are Reemesha, Deeksha, Daniella, Prisca, and Lina. The paintings that we can admire on stage have been inspired by the theme birds. When we visit an art exhibition, paintings not only intercept our attention, but they also often mirror our feelings and emotions. Creating a painting is a whole journey. It can start from something as simple as a mere object that caught our attention, but it can also relate more deeper thoughts or messages that the artist wants to express and share through the various mediums that are available nowadays. Of course, lines, colors, space, textures are essential elements that help the artist to put his or her concept on a canvas. so that the artwork can speak to us, spectators or visitors, unconsciously or consciously leading us to its aesthetic essence, the emotional flavor, or Rasa. It becomes a visual narrative, a story we partake in. Each artwork here begins with a concept, and through meticulous techniques unfolds a story. Dear audience, let's immerse ourselves in the world of Rasa as these talented artists unveil their journey with the birds. Like a dance, we are going to juggle through this conversation in English, French, and Creole. According to Reemesha, the peacock transcends traditional and emotional boundaries. It is shown through her palette of vibrant colors. Reemesha explores the symbolic aspect of this majestic bird in India, as well as in mythological representations of Hindu deities. Reemesha, can you please share with us how these mythological aspects influence your artistic narrative?
Thank you, Valérie. According to the mythological representation in Hinduism, our beloved god, Hindu god, Sri Krishna, uses a peacock feather on his crown. Similarly, we will see also the god of war, who is Sri Kartikeya, who uses the bird, peacock bird, as his vehicle. These are the main aspects which I consider, which inspire me to work on this peacock bird. Also, the bird is also the national bird of India and is also well known in Mauritius and the worldwide also.
Wonderful. Merci, Reemesha. Tu as aussi un magnifique mandala qui est représenté dans ton travail. Et quel est le lien ici entre l'oiseau et le mandala?
Donc, l'oiseau et le mandala symbolisent la spiritualité, la nature, la grâce et aussi la beauté. Et également, le mandala est également très répercuté dans tous les rituels hindous qu'on utilise, le mandala, le design, est tout le temps utilisé comme rangoli dans toutes les prayers, les prières qu'on fait.
On le voit aussi souvent pour Diwali et les autres fêtes, n'est-ce pas?
Voilà. C'est ça, c'est pour ça que j'ai combiné ces deux aspects et j'ai fait mon tableau. Et aussi, puisque je suis une artiste qui pratique plusieurs techniques, donc j'ai voulu représenter deux de mes techniques, une qui est realistic painting et aussi le mandala art dans mon tableau.
D'accord. Merci beaucoup, Reemesha.
Merci, Valérie.
Il est vrai aussi que le mandala est un symbole universel qui représente aussi la souffrance transformée en bonheur, n'est-ce pas?
Oui, c'est vrai.
Beautiful feathers make beautiful birds. This inspiring quote of Bonaventure des Perriers gives us a glimpse of Prisca's artwork. Her painting, like a rainbow with confetti of colors and movements, bring us to a world where liberty and peace prevail. Prisca, would you please share with us what have inspired you in your choice of the specific birds that we can see in your painting?
Yes, thank you, Valérie. So first of all, I wanted to elaborate on the forms, the shapes and colors of those birds. Firstly, we have the paradise flycatcher, which is known for its beautiful feathers and crown on the head with a long tail. The second one is in green and yellow, you have the plum-headed parakeet, which is on top, the second one. So the parakeet is known for its ability to speak up to human to speak up human language. So in the early years, the religious leaders from India, they used to do prayers in the morning. So those parakeet used to surround their gardens and recite those prayers. So these are the specialities of those birds. Then besides it, you have the Indian woodpecker, which would peck up 20 times on a wood, 20 times per second on a wood. Then below, you have the majestic long-hole bill. This bird is known for, is considered as good luck for the Indian people. And lastly, you have the Baya weaver. This is the name that the Indian use, the Baya weaver. They are known for their extreme, they are tagged as extreme, for their extremely intelligence, like building their nests and all. So that's what I wanted to show, all the beauties of those birds in one frame.
L'espace, c'est aussi un aspect extra important dans un tableau, n'est-ce pas?
Yes.
Est-ce que tu es capable de partager avec nous comment tu choisis pour placer tes oiseaux dans l'espace ou surface de ton canevas? Est-ce que, par exemple, tu as envie de mettre l'emphase sur un oiseau en particulier ou tu as envie de montrer tout à égalité?
Au fait, l'espace d'un travail est très important. Un artiste lui servir l'espace négatif et positif pour passer un message. Alors, moi, le message que j'ai envie de convey through sa work là, c'est les viewers là, je te concentre plus sur le bird là, que là tu trouves mon background que je fais un light one. Il y a beaucoup de choses là, il pas chargé. Que là j'ai envie de catch the attention of the viewer on the birds. En particulier, ce que moi je peux dire toi, c'est the bird weaver. Ce qui bien touche moi, comme moi-même je peux faire sa table-là et dans mon moment de recherche, moi particulièrement qui est un oiseau aussi créatif. Comme tu as mentionné, il y en a un tag as an extremely intelligent bird. Ça veut dire quand les billes se naissent, les billes sont près de l'eau. C'est-à-dire les protègent les mêmes contre les predators. Et il fait aussi l'entrée à l'intérieur, que là, il finit connaît s'il y a des predators, il peut sauver lui-même. Ça, c'est un. Et deuxième, ça, c'est des oiseaux qui m'ont qui peut servir auparavant comme entertainment. Le chemin, nous avons des street performers. Les street performers, tu peux traîner ces oiseaux-là pour faire une petite performance. Ça veut dire que je te lance un coin. Là, oiseau-là, il allait, il amène sa coin là. Je te lance un objet, tu peux amener ça. Il tient entertainment le chemin. Et je aussi m'allais d'une façon, je peux prendre un fireflies. À soi, c'est un petit insecte qui allumé là. Je peux servir mud et je stick ça insecte là inside the nest pour asseoir l'éclair ça je la maison.
D'accord.
Voilà, un petit peu chez ça.
Ok, merci beaucoup.
De rien.
Alors, je trouvais, des fois, quand nous visitons une exposition, nous pouvons guetter si un tableau nous dit « Ah, il se lit, il est vilain, etc. » Ou bien, très souvent, un avant nous dit « Ah, moi-même, je vais faire ce tableau-là. » Ben, derrière un tableau, il y a extrêmement beaucoup de recherches qui ça artiste là faire. Il n'est pas juste comme ça, de jour au lendemain, une peine à faire dans 5 minutes. C'est quelque chose de beaucoup plus profond. Alors, merci encore une fois, Prisca. Allez, nous récauser un petit peu anglais. We now come to our next artist, Deeksha. Deeksha, you are a dentist by profession, but you are also passionate about dance and painting. You are for sure an example that art has no boundaries. Your painting presented this evening is a reflection of who you are, as it integrates movements of dance beautifully depicted and combined to the colors and shapes of peacock feathers. Do you share the same objective of the genius painter Autumn de Forest, who says that her goal as an artist is to create art that makes people look at the world in a different way?
Thank you, Valérie. For sure, art provides us with a platform so that we can express and show things in a visual way for me as well, be it through dance or painting, in a way that people can easily connect to, so that they understand the meaning behind the artwork in ways that sometimes transcends barriers, where some people can't read properly or get messages in a written form. They immediately engage with an artwork or with a dance by the emotions that we engage and by the colors that we use in our costumes or in the painting. And we also send messages, strong messages that we can't in other ways, to break stigmas and to raise awareness against social and environmental issues.
You have mentioned something very interesting. She mentioned dance costumes. We can see the complementary colors, orange and blue, in your artwork. And very often we will find Indian classical dance costumes which have those kind of color combinations. And maybe those dance costumes influenced also your choice of color?
I'm inspired deeply by nature, and nature provides us with wonderful colors and ideas that we all use as artists, and I also use. It is through nature that we get ideas. For example, for my painting, it was the peacock, which is a wonderfully beautiful bird, and its colors were my inspiration and inspiration for the dance costumes as well.
We see that really all the passions, all the things you are passionate about, we can feel these strong emotions in your painting. And thank you, Deeksha.
Thank you.
So we come to Daniella Eole. Joan Miro a dit qu'une simple ligne peinte au pinceau peut nous mener à la liberté et à la joie. Dans cette même optique, notre prochaine artiste, Daniella, a su saisir l'essence même de cette symbolique. Pour elle, les oiseaux sont beaucoup plus que ce qu'ils ne laissent paraître. Ils ont par exemple le don de nous prévenir avant un temps pluvieux ou avant un cyclone. Et Dieu sait qu'on en a bien besoin à l'île Maurice, n'est-ce pas? Surtout depuis quelque temps. Daniella, comment expliques-tu cet amalgame de liberté et d'intelligence, si on peut dire, chez l'oiseau, à travers ta peinture?
Merci Valérie. Donc effectivement, les oiseaux sont importants dans la vie des humains. Donc déjà, ils ont la capacité, le don, on va dire, de prédire le temps avant une grosse pluie ou un cyclone. La chute de la pression et de l'humidité déstabilisent et font que les oiseaux volent plus bas au ras des sols. Ce qui donne une indication par rapport à la météo. Donc, comme tu l'as mentionné, Valérie, les oiseaux, donc l'importance des oiseaux, ça va au-delà de leur contribution à l'écosystème et à la météorologie. Ça a aussi une connexion à la spiritualité. Donc, qui a, par exemple, dans la mythologie indienne, les oiseaux, certains oiseaux sont classifiés comme sacrés, et d'où le peacock, donc l'oiseau national, comme mentionné tout à l'heure par Reemesha. Oui. Et dans le sud de l'Inde, donc le peacock signifie maïl, qui est associé à la liberté et à l'amour et to the self-expression.
D'accord.
Et donc, on a aussi le kingfisher, qui est considéré un des oiseaux les plus sacrés en Inde. Le kingfisher qui symbolise la résilience, l'intelligence, l'évolution et la transformation. Ce qui ramène à mon tableau, Valérie. Donc, ces deux oiseaux sont illustrés ici, d'où le titre Sacred Guides.
D'accord, merci. Pourrais-tu aussi peut-être nous parler brièvement des couleurs chaudes en contraste aux couleurs froides dans ta création?
Oui, je suis une artiste qui pense avant de créer un œuvre qu'il faut faire certaines recherches concernant les couleurs, the property of colors.
Bien sûr.
Donc effectivement, il y a des couleurs chaudes. Et là, moi, plus précisément, j'ai utilisé les analogous colors, les couleurs analogues. Donc, pour faire plus court, c'est quoi des couleurs analogues? Ce sont des couleurs qui sont voisines, on va dire, next to each other in the palette of colors. Et donc là, ma couleur de base, c'est le vert et le bleu et le turquoise viennent as a support par rapport au vert.
Okay.
Ensuite, on a the warm colors. Donc, par rapport au vert, donc j'ai contrasté le vert par une couleur chaude qui est un rouge rose et qui contraste avec the cool colors et qui apporte effectivement une balance dans mon œuvre.
D'accord, merci beaucoup.
Merci.
That was surely a lovely sharing that you had for us, Daniella. Birds often serve as bridges between the earthly and the divine, symbols of the material world merging with the spiritual. This evening, Lina presents the beauty of Ayodhya, capturing birds' roles as divine messengers within this sacred landscape. Lina, good evening.
Good evening.
Could you please share how these themes influence your artistic process and the deeper significance they hold in your work?
Good evening, everybody. To start with, everybody knows that birds they act as a messenger for the whole world, whole entity. They are described as messengers, and they share a powerful experience, symbol of freedom and spirituality. Through my painting, I share this blissful idea where the Ram Mandir, which was built to commemorate the birth of Sri Ram, at his birthplace, his Janmasthan, after years. This has a very important and blissful meaning in each and everybody's life and every living entities. In the painting, we see how birds are rejoicing this fact, and we must say that the divine is beyond human comprehension.
Thank you. To conclude, maybe you can briefly tell us a little about how the techniques you have chosen have helped you in conveying your message.
Yes. For the technique, I use the simplest one, the stencil printing, which is the easiest one. Though for preparing the stencil is quite very time-consuming. But I made the peacock feathers at the back of the mandir, spread out to show how the peacock is proud and is rejoicing. You can also see the white paillonque flying freely, which means every living entities are happy and they are feeling blissful. Thank you.
Thank you. Our 5 inspiring ladies have for sure opened our senses and made us fly with the birds through the sky of emotions. We thank them for sharing with us their visions and stories. As we've seen, birds are not just subjects, but are profound symbols in art, connecting the divine, cultural, personal, and natural worlds. Let's carry these stories with us, reflecting on the deep connections they reveal. Dear audience, thank you for your attentive ear. Reemesha Oodit, Prisca Mootoosamy, Deeksha Abelak, Daniella Eole, and Lina Jeeta. Thank you for joining us and keep soaring on the wings of art and discovery.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Valérie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the distinguished Dr. Vic Kumar Shibdayal, academic artist of immense talent and dedication. With a wealth of experience in teacher training, curriculum development, and research, Dr. Shibdayal has been a guiding force in the education sector for many years, now serving as a senior lecturer in tertiary education. Holding a PhD and advocating for innovation and creativity, Dr. Shibdayal is not just an academic, but also an art activist, serving as the president of the Arts Inspire Association. As an art ambassador for Himachal Pradesh and Jaipur, Dr. Shibdayal extends his reach globally, enabling local Mauritian artists to shine on international platforms. Through his work, Dr. Shibdayal aims to sensitize people to environmental issues and climate change, striving to make the world a much more beautiful and sustainable place for all. Dr. Shibdayal, thank you. A round of applause, please.
Dr. Kambini Acharya, colleagues, artists, friends, children, all the performing artists, welcome. So I extend a warm congratulations to all of you to be present here today and to be witnessing creative expressions, not only through artworks, but through music, dance. And you will see many of the dance forms that you might have seen on TV, but here you are going to understand in a much more holistic way how dance, music, drama, visual arts, all these are very important, pertinent artistic expressions that gives us a meaning in life. Imagine a world without art, without colors, without music, without dance. If the leaves would not rustle with the sound of the wind, with the breeze, okay, everything would be lifeless. So nature has got its own form of creating music. And we as human beings, we try to develop, try to show our feelings and emotions through our creative expressions, be it in visual forms, be it in performing arts. So these are the important essence of life. So everybody have got an appreciation for all these art forms, because art is something very much powerful. Today we are united, tonight we are united here, we are united by the force of arts. Without arts, we would not have been here, seated here, and listening to artists, watching artworks, or looking at performances. So it is very important for us to nurture that imagination, creativity, and appreciation for all dance, singing, music, and visual forms, for all art forms. In the present era, what is important is that we have got a lot of these artistic expressions, because these things really help each and everyone to develop their potentials, their artistic skills, their qualities, imagination, and creativity. You have just seen the artists when they were explaining their artworks. We have seen into their artworks their individual concept that they have developed, that they have showcased on the theme that is the wings of Rasa. Birds are very, very important in human life. Imagine if there were no birds, okay, the film Maine Pyar Kiya, Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya would not have been made, no? Pigeons are messengers of love, okay? In the past, messages, love messages were sent. There were no emails, no WhatsApps. So birds are very important in our culture, not only in Mauritius, all around the world, in every nook and corner of the world, birds are very important. And birds are much more intelligent than human beings. Would you agree with me? Les oiseaux plus intelligents que nous. Ça n'a pas d'accord. Vous êtes tous d'accord? Oh, pas d'accord. Allez, talent nous get ça une coup. Alors, once there was a crow. The crow was flying and it saw a parrot. The parrot was in a cage. So the crow came to the parrot and asked him, "Why are you in the cage? Look how I am free." And the parrot silently said to the crow, "You know why I'm inside? Because I talk." So when people talk, they are inside bars. When people don't talk, they are free, just like the crow. So this is a message that we can also grasp and understand. And you have seen beautiful birds, feathers, colors, patterns, motifs, designs. All these artists, they have tried to capture those particular elements, those particular designs into constructing the artwork. As I mentioned to you earlier, an artwork is a visual representation, a creative expression of the artist's intrinsic inner feelings, okay, the artist what want to show through his or her artwork. So here the ladies have used different techniques: finger painting, stenciling, painting. All these are different ways through which these artists have expressed themselves. So it gives me immense pleasure really to be invited for this event, because when I was listening to the music, listening to the artists, it made me remind that yes, to be an artist is very beautiful. And I felt an element of pride, a happiness, that at least I'm an artist. At least I'm also sharing my creative expressions through different means and media and techniques. So I would like to congratulate APICA for taking this noble initiative to be bringing all artists together. I would like you to clap very loudly, put your hands together to congratulate APICA. More specifically, Tejashree Bihari. I had known her, she was one of my students in PGCE, and she was always highly motivated to be really expressing her imagination and creativity, her dance form. And I remember she said she wanted to do something like this. And fortunately, I'm invited and I'm saying, really, she made it. And what is most blissful and important is to be bringing creative minds together. So here, the integration of arts. When we talk about arts, art is not only about dance, it's not about music. It's a combination of all these things. And these things really cater for the holistic development of our children. And we would request you to motivate your child, okay, to develop that appreciation, to go and visit exhibitions, to see what is happening, to understand music, to play musical instruments. Research has proven that creative people, that children, when they play music, they become much more intelligent. When children engage into artistic activities, their brains develop much more rapidly, and they can do other subjects very well. So this is not a false concept, this is a reality. So that's why, if you are parents, we have to offer the opportunities for children to engage into art activities, be it music, be it song, be it dancing. We have got all these platforms. Even here at the IGCIC, we have got a lot of courses that are offered. At the MGI, a lot of courses that are offered to students. So we have to plan accordingly and create that opportunity for our children to really get into those things, learn and develop their potentials to the fullest. With this, I'm going to say thank you very much for being present here. See you soon in another event. Thank you.
Our next performance is an interesting performance. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, can you guess what our next performance will be? Anyone? Balance, rhythm, and expression. Tonight, we will be witnessing a Bharatanatyam dance drama presented by the talented students of Nritya Tej Dance Academy. This performance, which has the theme of solace or freedom, delves into the depth of human history, shedding light on the struggles faced by those who fought against oppression and yearn liberation. Through the art of Bharatanatyam, Nritya Tej Dance Academy brings to life a narrative that has been inspired by the poem Dvipakhi by Rabindranath Tagore, which is the story of a caged bird and a free bird, each discussing how their environment is better than the other. The story is an entanglement of acting and jati in Aditalam, composed by Sri Madurai Muralidharan, an instrumental Bharatanatyam piece titled Ananda Nritya, which signifies dancing in bliss, and an Indian interpretation of the famous Beethoven's Für Elise music. As we immerse ourselves in this dance drama, let us reflect on the themes of comfort and freedom, resonating not just with historical context, but also with contemporary struggles. Please join me in welcoming the artists of Nritya Tej Dance Academy, the dance guru, Mrs. Tejshri Biari, and her students, Ms. Piyusha Ramlagan, Ms. Priyanka Danu, Ms. Shrinika Sigulam, Mrs. Vidyata Hamzin, and Ms. Sneha Tahalu as they present Solace or Freedom.
In the cradle of morn, beneath the azure dome, the sun ascends, its golden rays roam. Feathers flutter in a harmonious spree. Nature's choir sings in boundless glee. With steps light and hearts so free, the little students march to the rhythm of the waking sea. Oh, how the weekend calls to their souls. In laughter and song, their wishful hearts stroll. As they meander, the world around them alive with the whispers of the morning, they pass by the house of Mr. Raj, where a new spectacle catches their gaze. A cage unveiled, a wonder to behold. not barren, but brimming with life. A tapestry of wings in shades untold, and in captivity, their stories unfold.
Dalangu takatiku tom, tadikita tarita tarita takti tom, tarita tanata tanata takati di tanata junutta takati tom junutta dimita takati nam dimita kita tarita tom takita tanata dim takita junutta tom takita dimita nam takita tarita takita tanata takita junutta takita dimita takita tarita takita tanata takita junutta takita dimita takita tarita tanata junutta dimita tarita na junut dimita ridana junut dimita dingina tuta takata dingina tuta takata dingina tuta takata dingina tuta takatikuta dingina tuta takatikuta dingina tuta takatikuta dingina tuta.
What secrets do you hold behind bars confined? Wings clipped, yet your colors, they bind us to you in silent conversation. Allow us to fight our heart's reservation and respond to your plea for freedom.
One of the little students opened the cage, and they all run away, proud that they have freed these poor birds, but scared of being caught. The air erupts into a ballet of colors, feathers slicing through the fabric of the dawn, each beat a testament to reclaimed liberty. In the wake of liberation, we dance through azure realms in a trance, grace and flight in freedom's embrace, a fleeting beauty time cannot erase. Ominously, a shadow looms over the celebrations. Shadow of retribution. Mr. Raj emerges, fury embroiled, wielding a stick as a scepter, akin to a warlock overcome by wrath. Who dared to free my birds? Go away, shoo! For my birds they are. And the little students run away, beating a hasty retreat. However, one bird remains captive in the cage, walking around happily and humming when a free bird comes to join her, curious to know what it is to be locked.
Dear caged bird, let us fly to the forest.
Dear free bird, let us stay in the cage in peace.
No, I shall never be in chains.
Oh, how shall I go out in the forest?
The sky is so blue, it has no bounds.
The cage is so neat, secured by all four sides.
Let yourself loose amidst these clouds.
Why not lock ourselves in our beautiful little corner?
Oh no, then how would I fly?
Alas, how can I perch in the clouds?
The sky is so blue, it has no bounds.
The cage is so neat, secured by all four sides.
Oh no, I might get shut in the cage.
Alas, I do not have the strength to fly.
In the dance of wings, they pause, a tale untold. One behind bars, one in skies vast and bold. Yet in their hearts, a shared refrain of ego's chains and silent pain. The free bird dreams, in endless sky it soars, yet yearns for more beyond the open doors. The caged one, safety its solemn song, fears the world where perils throng. In this dance, a mirror of life's own play, where order and chaos in tandem sway, a ballet of structure and wild desires, of rule-bound earth and freedom's fires. Isn't it true? This delicate dance we see reflects the balance life demands to be. Within us all, a dual force resides, masculine and feminine, in which wisdom hides. To explore, to conquer, the masculine calls to the unknown, where adventure befalls. Yet the feminine, with a gentle hand, draws us back to the safety of land. Like yin and yang, in a cosmic unison, you can only dance when the other chants balance that they demand in every heart, in every land. This dance of birds, a metaphor profound of life's balance in which we are bound. A lesson in living, in harmony's embrace. In the dance of the androgynous, we find our peace. As the free bird flaps its wings to fly away, it hesitates and then turns to the caged bird, telling a story, a moral to its life.
I come from an isle, a place of paradox, where birds of foreign skies were once imprisoned, their wings clipped, consigned to toil under masters' commands. I bore witness to their suffering, absorbed the tales of their origins. From the distant lands of Mozambique and Madagascar, they were brought across tumultuous seas to dock upon the shores of Ile-de-France. Now we honor their liberation, the breaking of their chains, and in memory of their struggles, I vow to cherish the gift of freedom eternally.
And the free bird flaps its wings, getting ready to take off, when the caged bird interrupts it.
Then listen to my truth. In whispers soft, my mother shared a tale of ancestors in shadows. No home to claim, under stars they would roam, in forests deep. With hunger as yet another foe, they turned rugged by necessity's harsh hand, sleeping with one ear tuned to the land, alert to danger, ready to defend. Yet many fell to hunger or the fight, leaving behind a future bleak and slight. Until shelter, food, and purpose, a chance to rise from the depths of despair arrived. And today, their descendants live in harmony and order, a testament to those lost, whose spirits still sway. In their memory and reverence, my home I will cherish, as their legacy in my heart will forever be unforgotten. For I too come from that island you speak of, a place of paradox, where birds of foreign skies were once imprisoned.
With this, both birds get back to their life. The free bird flaps its wings and fly, while the caged bird remains in the cage, walking around happily and humming.
Tonight, we have the honor to welcome Mr. Jivesh Ognu, a maestro of words. He will take us on a poetic flight through bird stories. It will involve a collage of his own and other Indian authors' poems and writings. Mr. Jivesh Ognu has published a short book called The Alphabets, which is a conversation between a mother and daughter. He is engaged with youth empowerment and community development work and is committed to mental health and climate change advocacy. He is a lecturer in law and management and is involved in research in education, climate change, and data protection. Please give a warm round of applause to Mr. Jivesh Ognu.
Ladies and gentlemen, when was the last time you heard the birds singing? Did you wonder what they were saying? As the birds collect twigs and scraps to build their nest cozy, I have collected some song titles to compose some shairi. So listen carefully. Hey Masakali, कोयल सी तेरी बोली, ये तेरी आंखें झुकी झुकी, चुरा के दिल मेरा कहाँ तू चली? ओ हंसनी, कहाँ उड़ चली? ओ मेरी मैना, तू मान ले मेरा कहना, दिल को तुमसे प्यार हुआ। तीतर के दो आगे तीतर, ऐ मेरे हमसफर, हम भी नहीं तुम भी हो दोनों, जरा गुनगुना ले चलो। तोता मैना की कहानी तो पुरानी, एक मैना थी मस्तानी, मैं तेरा तोता तू मेरी मैना, मैना, ओ मैना, कुछ तो कहना। बुलबुल, आ, तू भी गा। एक था गुल और एक थी बुलबुल, मुझको कर गई चुल। जंगल में मोर नाचा, पीहू पीहू पीहू, पपीहा बोला। तेरी बातों में ऐसा उलझा जिया, दिल तेरा दीवाना। झूठ बोले कौवा गाते, हम हो गए आपके। तू मेरी, मैं तेरा, मैं तेरा। थैंक यू। Nous allons maintenant prendre l'envol du continent indien pour nous diriger vers l'océan Indien. Donc me voici dans mon plus simple plumage, à continuer j'espère ce ramage, pas dans la langue de Molière ni dans celle de Shakespeare, mais dans une langue locale qui est bien spéciale. Laisse-moi raconter des histoires oiseaux. Il y a beaucoup d'histoires, l'auban oiseaux, dans les mondes entiers. Dans l'or et culture indien, aussi, des histoires pas manquées. Et une fois, des oiseaux, je te représente ce qui est sensuel. Et que les autres fois, je te représente tout ce qui est spirituel. Pour ma histoire des oiseaux, l'eau elle-même qui est inséparable, que un peut manger et que l'autre n'y peut pas guetter. Ceux qui peut apprécier les fruits-là, les représentent nous l'âme individuelle. Et que ceux qui tranquilles peut observer, les représentent nous l'âme universelle. Le tiers indien rempli et richesse et profondeur. Souvent, bizarre proscrit, avec l'esprit ouvert. Pareil, comme un oiseau, sur les ailes bizarre ouvertes, pour les capables envoler dans l'air. Bons oiseaux, bons oiseaux tout couleur, bons oiseaux tout grandeur. Je donne-nous l'envie liberté. Je donne-nous l'espoir pour continuer. Un oiseau l'aurait branche, papé si branche la cassée, parce qu'il y a une confiance dans ceux les ailes pour l'y envoler. Qui qu'un dire, bon Dieu, tellement content oiseau, il ne fait pas le pied, où ça vient de la case. Et que nous parce qui, nous aussi, nous bien contents oiseaux, qui nous fait nous coup de pied, et que nous fait jeter la case, une bonne case, dans nous la case. Et une fois, nous bâtissons base, et une fois, nous un peu menace. Mais seulement, pas oublier, un oiseau donne-nous courage, pour qu'il nous aussi nous fait nous voyage. Je te les ailes battés, je t'envolais, nous les guets battés, nous envoler. Merci.
Da din din da din din da. As we approach the end of this enchanting evening, I am thrilled to introduce the final performance of the night, as you have rightly guessed, a Kathak dance performance. Kathak, with its intricate footwork, graceful movements, and expressive storytelling, evoke profound emotions through the rhythmic beat of the tabla, the melodious strains of the sitar. We will now witness a dance presentation titled Uran, the Odyssey of a Bird by Miss Prisca Ira. Miss Prisca Ira is a law graduate and financial crime analyst by profession, but also a passionate Kathak dancer who is currently being mentored by Guru Manesh Maharaj Ji. During her Kathak training, she has learned both the Jaipur and the Lucknow Gharana. Her performance will make us explore the unknown journey of a bird amidst marvel of nature. I now invite you to joining me in welcoming Miss Prisca Ira on stage as she mesmerizes us with her interpretation to the Hindustani music set to Raag Malahar. Thank you. I would like to invite all participants to join us on stage. Let's give them a big round of applause. I request Dr. Deeksha Abelak to please come on stage and present a token of appreciation to these talented artists. Ms. Deeksha Abelak, Mrs. Lakshmita Jeeta, Mrs. Daniella Eole, Mrs. Reemesha Oodit, Ms. Prisca Mootoosamy, and Mrs. Valérie Medard Ramchurn. Please move forward. Thank you, Dr. Deeksha Abelak. I now call upon stage Dr. Keval Nayak to bless our writer-poet and performing artist with a token of appreciation. Mr. Jivesh Ognu, Ms. Prisca Ira, and the students of Nritya Tej Dance Academy, please come forward. Kindly remain on stage for a group photo, please. Thank you. You may take your seats. Thank you everyone for your participation. I have heard many of us say that only if we had wings and feathers, we would have traveled the whole world. But little do we know that the obstacle is not the limbs and the arms, that true freedom is actually found in the mind and the heart, in dance, poetry, music, and the arts. It may happen that today you stammer in your own mother language, but make sure that when tomorrow comes, you are always fluent in the language of birds, in the essence of freedom. Thank you, everyone, for gracing your event with your presence. It has been my pleasure to be your MC tonight. I now invite Mrs. Tejshri Biahi to deliver the vote of thanks. Thank you.
As we come to the conclusion of tonight's event, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has played a role in making this event a success. Our generous sponsors, Morigard Limited, My Vet Clinic, Eben Dental Studio, and the Hamdin family. I am really grateful to the IGCIC and its dedicated team for their invaluable support. The students of Nritya Tej Dance Academy and their families for their enthusiastic participation. Our talented artists who have graced us with their accomplishments tonight. Our esteemed chief guests for blessing us with their presence and wisdom. Our wonderful master of ceremony, Ms. Mahalakshmi Munisamy. Please give her a big round of applause. She was wonderful. Please come on stage to accept a token of our appreciation.